Cindy, when I'm talking, can you see my face on the webinar, or is it just because like I have my screen where my
On the side, yeah.
but then where I have everything is set up on my second monitor, so I am always looking at my second monitor.
I can always see you.
Okay, it's hard to tell because on my screen I can only see what I'm projecting. I don't see. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, if I missed stuff, you guys have got it, and then it looks like we've got a couple more people that have already joined.
Alrighty, I got the chat up.
Love it. We're going to give everybody a couple more minutes to jump on. I appreciate the people that have already jumped on today.
And you're gonna love this home.
11:59. Probably I would say let's give it to like 12:02, 12:02, 12:03 before we start it. Thank you to everybody that is joining right now. We are going to start the presentation. How about 12:02?
Yeah.
That will work. And I just enabled the chat so we can see it like
Oh,
last.
thank you.
There we go.
If you guys have any questions, go ahead and use the chat at the bottom of the screen. We don't use the questions and answers because it doesn't show up in real time. So if any questions that you have, go ahead and throw it into the chat at the bottom of the screen. And again, we're just going to give it a couple more minutes before we start.
I like your 4.875% interest rate sign.
Oh, is there something floating over my head there?
Yeah.
I love that each of you have the identical backgrounds. It's crazy. You must have the same stonemason. I don't know.
In the same place, but we're not.
This is, I think, the Cascade. This is a Cascade floor plan. The island is my favorite. I got to back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I put it on my screen because I just love the island.
Right.
I like the backsplash too.
All right, it's 12:01. We're going to go ahead and just wait a couple more minutes before we get started. And again, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. And Cindy and Tim are going to go ahead and watch the chat for me as we get started.
Tim, you can have our background too if you'd like.
I know.
I know.
But then I have to get rid of what's floating over my head.
I know. I kind of like your sign. That's
Yeah.
the way to do it. Looks like we need a refrigerator though, Jennifer.
Right? Okay, let me see, make sure that I'm on. Picked up the wrong screen.
Oh, good. Welcome, Dirk.
Yeah.
His wife, they are currently building this floor plan, so they're anxious to see how this one looks.
Oh,
This is a popular floor plan, so
I love it.
you'll be excited to see the changes this guy made.
Mm-hmm.
okay, which screen are you seeing right now, Cindy?
I'm
Website.
organic on that website.
Okay. This one. Okay. It is 12:03. We are going to go ahead and get started. My name is Jennifer Morales. I am based out of the Spokane, Washington sales office. I'm going to be taking you through this Oswego floor plan today. And I'm going to go ahead and let my counterparts introduce themselves to you. They're going to be watching that chat box to make sure we answer all your questions. Go ahead, Cindy.
I'm Cindy Mathis. I am located in our Kennewick office, part of the Tri-Cities, Kennewick, Pasco, Richland. And my area extends to Walla Walla. I have parts of Oregon. So we cover a big area here.
And I'm Tim Carnegie, based out of the Yakima office. I go up to the Wenatchee area, Moses Lake, down to Goldendale. And this home right here is actually right in my build area, it's right here in Ellensburg.
All right, thanks, guys. And everybody, thank you so much for attending the meeting today. I think that you should be able to get a lot of information out of today's meeting. Go ahead and cancel that. And we're still on my Adair Homes screen, right?
Yes.
On our thing, we just wanted to kind of take you through real quick the Adair Homes website. Up at the top, when you look over here at the top right-hand side, you can actually change the different build areas. So if I was going to go into my market, it would be in the inland Northwest. I could pick Lincoln County and it would bring up pricing for Lincoln County. Most of our floor plans are going to be different prices depending on the geography or the places that you are at. Because in Yakima, Tim has some things that are built into his plans that are required. Cindy does too for high wind versus what I have. So if you're ever looking for pricing for any of our floor plans, you can go to our website and then scroll down to the home that you want to take a look at. And today we are actually looking at the Oswego. So I'm going to go down here to the Oswego. And this will show you the pricing for the Traditions homes, so our entry-level home. And then when you keep scrolling down the website, you can see all the different exteriors that the Oswego can come in. And if you scroll down a little bit more, you will actually see pricing for all the different models. So the Traditions, Craftsman, Farmhouse, and Riata. So this is on our website. And then what you're going to see today is on the Oswego that we're going to show you that this is a highly modified Oswego. So starting price would be taking the home as it sits based on flat lot. Or you can do something like what you're going to see today. This house that I'm going to show you is beautiful. It is really built for a view lot. You'll see by the windows when we get there. And then this video also will be uploaded to the YouTube channel for Adair under the Oswego plan. Probably within the next week, it'll be uploaded in there if you wanted to have somebody else take a look at it as well. So we're going to go ahead and kind of go into our process. So really step one is going into any of the offices locally and sitting down and doing what is called a red line with one of the home ownership counselors. And this is really kind of when you give us a feel for what your dream is for building your home, anything from site work questions, we can answer that, to can I make these changes to the home? We can answer that, to banking. All of those things we can address in a meeting in branch or through a virtual meeting. But usually how we start the process is by just making sure we have a really good understanding of what you're hoping to get out of the meeting, and the process of going through the home to see what kind of changes you would like to make. So we refer to changes as in a red line. This would be considered a red line for this plan, for the Oswego plan. And then when we go to the actual floor plan itself, these are the final adjustments that were made to the Oswego. You'll see in the video, he actually widened the entry to make a double door entry, widened the den, widened the primary bathroom and put a tile shower in, even changed the location of the sinks to make a different entry for the walk-in closet. Push the great room out, and you're going to see why, because of the beautiful windows that we did on the back of this home. And then his fireplace is truly amazing in this home. So you'll be able to see what he did with the fireplace. Have a gourmet kitchen. In today's Oswego floor plan, you will see that the kitchen actually sits a little bit more into the shop area. We widen the area of the kitchen, giving you more counter and cabinet space and when you look at the Oswego online. So this was from well over a year ago, and since then we've changed the design a little bit of the Oswego. Do we have any questions so far, you guys? Are we still doing okay?
You're doing good.
So I'm going to go ahead and kind of start the video. Can you guys see the video?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No, I see it.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not playing yet, but
Okay, so
you got
there
it.
we go.
Yeah.
Hold it over to the right screen. Okay, I'm going to slow this video down just a little bit because in some parts of it, they went really fast. So bear with me because some parts of it are going to be also very slow. So this house again is in Ellensburg. He did add rock to the front of this home. You've got your batten board siding up here. He widened it for a double door front entry. So we'll go ahead and come into here. Maybe if you kind of see rock all the way through this area.
You might want to silence the music.
Good idea.
We can hear you better. And then David is asking, he's curious what the custom elements did to the final price. We could answer that later or let him know how much that's going to vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction.
Okay. We can go over that a little bit later.
Yeah.
Coming through here, you can see the double door entry. This house also has an upgraded 9-foot plate or 9-foot ceiling. And we can tell that because it has the transom window over this front door. That would be one of the elements of a 9-foot ceiling. This is going through showing the primary bathroom. This is your primary bedroom with an atrium door. These are all custom windows that he had added into this home. So it would come there normally would be, I believe it's a 5-foot window that comes there. He switched it out to do an atrium door with 2 windows here. And then he pushed the great room and dining room out and added windows here, a reverse vault. And then he's got transom windows with windows straight across. And there's another door on this side that you're going to see. On the bottom of our homes, we do have vents, and you can see that he put the little vent well covers in there. That is 100% optional and up to the homeowner if they want to do that. Go inside, again, nice, beautiful, big double door entry. And he was living there, so you will see his stuff there. He did an upgraded slate floor. This is coming into the great room. And then coming off to the side, we are going into the den.
Pete wants to know if there's any issues during the build that added to the price or timeline, and what was the timeline from site development through build?
This house is actually in Ellensburg, so they don't really have timeline issues as pertains to like weather or anything like that, like I do in my market in Spokane. We do in the areas that do have weather-related slowdowns, we are very good about structuring our start time to happen so that foundation framing, everything is done before road restrictions hit or snow issues happen. So no, there was no issues during the build that added to the price or timeline. And timeline from site development, from start to finish, depending on the market that you're in. So from the first meeting with the HOC through building sets and permits, you can be anywhere from 12 months to 16 months. I mean, I have some places that can turn a building permit in a week, and I have other places that a building permit takes 3 months to get. So it really depends on where your property is and that jurisdiction. And then like in my market, you know, we try to make sure that foundation is the ground pre-November 1st, or foundation's not going in until after road restrictions for the North Idaho and North Spokane areas.
It really does vary a lot, Pete, from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. And I recognize your name. I think you're in my area. So let's talk. We can, at your phase 2 meeting, and which is when you go into pre-construction, they basically do a timeline for you at that point. We know a little bit more about how long jurisdictions are going to take to complete permitting process and things like that. So.
Okay, and again, this is the primary suite. Atrium door right here, you can see looking out over the fields. This house is really built for a view lot. Like you could be looking at a prairie, at mountains, you could be looking at water. Just truly amazing views here.
And it looks like this client did the dry wrap windows, Jennifer.
Yes. So these are standard windows for Adair being drywall wrap, which means there's no sill and apron and they're not framed out, which we can do that as an upgrade. So that would be something you'd want to talk to the home ownership counselor. I'm going to pull this back just a little bit because I want you guys to be able, they didn't get a really good picture of the shower, but this is the shower that is on the left-hand side. He did go to one of our suppliers and found the tile that he wanted us to use. So we were able to bring in the tile, the slate, all the elements of his home through one of our suppliers that he was looking for. Upgraded bronze on your faucets and towel bars. And those are all upgraded door handles. Quartz countertops. Very pretty. Again, this is a shower in the corner. This is a custom shower because he did rearrange the Oswego bathroom quite a bit. He also extended it out 4 feet. That is how he was able to put the tub and shower on that wall that is shared with, it's really the exterior wall is what it is, facing the front. But this is a walk-in shower. This is going into the primary suite walk-in closet. And again, he was just moving in there. This is really, truly spectacular, this reverse vault. So a standard home is going to come with an 8-foot ceiling, but Adair also does what is called a standard vault, but a standard vault would run the length of the home versus from front to back. This is a vault that runs from the front to back, which gives us the ability to put in those beautiful transom windows. He also, like I said, you can see the fireplace to the right, beautiful fireplace in this home. Very well thought out design.
What a great time to shoot the video too. Look at that.
Absolutely spectacular. But like I said, you can see how this floor plan would lend itself to a water lot or any kind of a view lot.
It might be good to add too, with that 9-foot plate height, as Jennifer mentioned, our standard is the 8-foot. It doesn't just raise the height of the ceiling, you get taller windows, taller cabinets, taller garage door. So there's really a lot included in increasing that plate height.
Right.
This is the fireplace. This is a wood fireplace that he had put in, and he put extra areas for the wood, brought in mantles. Really pretty. Here's your dining area or nook. This is the door that he uses to get out to his backyard. So from pushing the back of the house out 4 feet, he was able to add a door in right here to go out to the backyard. And then you'll see he's got granite countertops. These are knotty alder cabinets. These would be considered an upgraded cabinet and countertop. And he also has done the gourmet kitchen. So the gourmet kitchen is actually a stainless hood vent, a 36-inch cooktop that can come in gas, propane, or the electric. And then it's a dual oven. You've got one oven down here, and then in another cabinet, you have a second oven and a microwave. So this is an upgraded gourmet kitchen. A standard kitchen would come with an electric whirlpool stainless oven. And then the microwave with the hood vent would be over the top of a standard oven, and then a dishwasher. Those would come standard in the homes. You guys would bring in the refrigerator, the washer, the dryer. That is what homeowner responsibilities would be. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit.
You can have a wood stove versus a fireplace.
Yes, we can. There's just different requirements with the wood stove, so we've got to pick for what it's gonna sit on and the surround up behind it. But yes, we can do wood stoves as well. So pantries over here on the left, that's what they're gonna show next. Decent sized pantry.
Mhm.
And again, he clearly lives there.
And standard shelving. You didn't do
Standard
any-
shelving that comes in the pantry.
a lot of room.
This is going into your utility room that is right off the garage. So this would be considered bath 2 when you're looking at this floor plan. The only thing that he really added in here, let me go back here a little bit. We have again the upgraded fixtures, upgraded countertop and cabinetry. The standard that would come in the bathroom would be a quartz countertop with an undermount sink just like this. Satin nickel would be your plumbing accessories. And then in this bathroom, it would normally come with a rod with a shower curtain. The updated glass door, that would be considered an upgrade in a bath too. So go in here. This is one of the bedrooms up front. You can see again, we've got the drywall wrapped windows, very nice big size window. Any of our windows in the home, if you want a bigger window or a smaller window, just talk to the home ownership counselors. Those are things that are very easy to switch out. Adding transom windows in, those are also viable things that we can do.
You can have windows with grids. So big selection.
Okay, coming through the other bedroom. Nice big closets. He did do upgraded naughty alder doors throughout the whole house.
Those are nice. And the
Yeah,
closet, just the shelf and pole, but you know, you're welcome to do built-ins and whatever you like.
Plan is to do built-ins down the road. Just you let us know so that we can kind of work with you on that. So this right here is actually what in the floor plan was called a mechanical closet. In Washington, the furnace has to be in a controlled environment. So this again is a mechanical closet. And on the normal Oswego online, you'll see that the furnace is in this closet. So in Washington, it has to be in a controlled environment. What he did was move it out of the mechanical room because he is ultimately going to make this room a sauna. He moved the furnace into the garage and then we made an insulated space for it. We made an insulated closet so we could still adhere to the Washington State Energy Codes. In Idaho, you can just put the furnace in the garage and Idaho doesn't care, but in different jurisdictions, it depends on where you can have it based on energy code. So again, this is just what is called the mechanical closet online when you look at the Oswego plan. And then here is your garage. That's his shelving that he put in there. And then this is, he made the shop area of the garage into conditioned living space. So he actually had the walls insulated and finished. So does anybody have any questions? that you have out there. Just gonna kind of play the video in the background so you guys can see it again. If you have anything that you would really like to see, just type it into the chat and I can go to it. Or if you have any questions about any part of it, just let me know. Standard for Adair in most markets is the house pricing is based on foundation up. So anything outside the foundational walls would be considered owner to do's. The concrete work that's in the back by that atrium door, or even in front of the front door or in front of the garage, those would be a part of owner to do's. So really our pricing is more based off of level lot from the foundation up. Darren asked, can the garage be widened into a 3-car garage? Absolutely.
Yes.
What is the crawl space height? So the crawl space is actually based on jurisdiction. So some jurisdictions are 18 inches, some are 24. In my market, I have a 24-inch frost depth in most of it, but a 32 in part of it. If you just like a deeper crawl space, we can do that too. We have to add obviously extra concrete into the cost of the home, but it is possible. Pete asked total cost of upgrades on this home. So this was actually built a while ago from a price perspective when he signed the contract. So it would be hard to tell you if it would be the same price. It wouldn't be the same price that he paid, but because he did so many extensions of livable space, so this home was 2,000 square feet and is now 2,400 square feet. So he added on quite a bit of square footage. So I would tell you, with all the tile work, the gourmet kitchen, the reverse vault, the fireplace, the double doors, all of that, you're probably looking at about $200,000 worth of upgrades to this home with everything that he put into it.
And especially the additional space, adding, you're getting a larger home. Neil would like to know, can a covered deck be added out the kitchen door?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Our cover, if you're talking about like the covered patio, the patio covers can be any size that you want. We can absolutely do that. In some markets right now, like I think in the Portland market, they are doing like the actual deck itself. Right now in my market, we are not doing decks currently in this market. We would get the house ready like with deck ledger, but you would bring in a deck prior to close, because I think if you live on a slope, you have to have that there to get your certificate of occupancy.
We did a really nice covered deck with the reverse vault, and then just continued that out onto the patio with the same vault shape, and it turned out very nice.
100%. Right, does anybody else have any other questions? And again, this is the Oswego floor plan. We added about 400 square feet of additional living space between the primary bathroom, enlarging the den, widening the home to allow for that 2-door entry with the side lights.
And I'd just like to add, and Jennifer mentioned it, basically what we're pricing at that point is everything in the home from foundation to finish. But then we also, and this can be included in the loan as well, is all of the site work, your excavation, your permits, everything, so that you're either, if you're financing, it's all inclusive. And if not, that is a separate thing that we do for you. We send our site supervisor out and really help you to understand what your total cost is going to be to put that home on your land. And Pete would like to know, did your teams do the stonework and the ledger on the fireplace?
Yeah, so our subs did the stonework on the fireplace. Fireplaces are kind of interesting. Wood fireplaces especially, we have to do those from start to finish because there are so many rules for your building permit with a wood fireplace. With a gas fireplace, we could just put our standard tile up there and you could finish it yourself down the road. But like with a wood fireplace, you have to have a concrete mantle, you can't have anything combustible. So there's different things there, that we pay attention to. Is the laundry room the standard one from the plan, or was it customized? No, it was a standard one from the plan.
And Tom asks, can you design to include solar systems and solar gain with mass storage in a solar room?
So with a solar system, we can make a home solar ready, but we really have to know what all you need so that we can design according and price according to that. So yes, we can make a house solar ready, but we really need to know exactly what you're going to put into the home, so that we know what all the requirements are going to be for getting ready for it.
And Katie Smith would like to know which tile we used in the primary shower because she absolutely loves it. And Katie, we know you, we can get that to you. And then also question, is the shower standard?
The tile shower is not standard. That was a very custom tile shower. So what comes standard in the primary bathroom is a fiberglass shower insert with a glass door and a garden soaking tub with a tile surround. And I'm looking very quickly to see if I can find the tile that we used for that shower. So the tile was called Exhale Marin, Marron. That was what the tile was called.
There's a lot of custom options in here to go through. Good eye for catching that, Jennifer.
Yeah, and then the tile on the floor was called Anthracite Matte. Can you put quartz in the kitchen island? Oh, yes. So Latasha, what comes standard in the home is going to be a quartz countertop, and there's a speckled white one and a speckled gray one that would come standard. And then in all the showrooms, we also have another selection of quartz that you could pick from that would be considered an upgrade. So standard that comes in the home is going to be the quartz.
And Anita would like to know if we can see the red lines if we watch the video later.
Yes, because it was on the video, so you should be able to see that for sure.
And you can pause it and take a really good look at it because it is interesting to see how much some of the homes are modified. And it's really just a testament to what Adair Homes can do. You know, we're kind of taking the best of both worlds with production building and custom building and allowing you to really decide where you want to put any extra investment or any other dollars into your home and make it your own. So we can do it.
What other questions are out there? And please feel free to ask questions related to site work. We have an amazing promotion going on right now through Adair Financial. Anything to do with the home or the home ownership counselors. Are the garages insulated? Is that local code too? David, it is not local code currently to insulate the garages. So they are drywall and painted, but they are not insulated, but we can insulate them. You would just need to let your home ownership counselor know.
And good point, Latasha. That's on having to reseal the granite. Are the garage, oh, let's see. Oh, thanks. Okay, I just saw that pop up.
The other thing is too, is if you want to book an appointment with one of the home ownership counselors and you want to look at specifically the Oswego and Liz red line, they would have the ability to pull it up to kind of show you the changes that were made or even show you this floor plan.
And Pete wants to know if the site was built up.
It was not built up. It does have a little bit higher frost depth because of what the customer wanted.
There's a question, can I add any skylight on roof?
You can add a skylight on the roof. We have, I believe ours are 2x4 skylights that we can add on.
There's just a few that we have selection from, not any different type.
Yeah.
I think we also have we have solar tubes. Or we don't. Yeah, there's not many we can choose from, but there's like the 2x4s.
that we can take a look at and see.
Yep.
And typically the sites, we have to build on native land. We can't build, if you bring dirt in, we have to have a compaction test done, so we typically build on native land. Or we have to build on native land, or we would ask for the compaction test to be done.
Yeah, native soil is important. Had one where they dug out previously a swimming pool. And so of course that had been disturbed, and definitely, and really you would want to have us have the geo and have a really good compaction done on that. We warranty the home, so we don't want any shifting during the process, so.
And we do have a 1-year workmanship warranty and a 10-year structural warranty. That is what comes standard. I'm trying to go back through. We're sure we haven't missed any questions. None have snuck in on. Oh, some did sneak in on the Q&A.
I think we got.
Oh,
No.
Kate came in on the Q&A.
Yeah, we're good.
Shower is standard. No, tile shower is not standard. Let's
That
see.
fireplace is amazing, though. That's the focal point of the room. That and then having that reverse vault with those windows.
100%.
Beautiful.
This is like I said, a highly customized Oswego. It just is a very good picture of what we can do as Adair. Little imagination. And like on fireplaces or things like that, where you have an idea of what you want, it's important to bring a picture into the home ownership counselor so they really get an idea of what you're looking for in your home.
And David would like to know if the windows are double pane, the standard windows, without an upgrade.
Yes, they're standard.
And we're using Milgard windows now.
Yep. Standards have changed for Adair a little bit. So now we have a craftsman trim around the doors and floors that comes standard, quartz countertops, which are absolutely beautiful. We do an luxury vinyl tile in the bathrooms and laminate in the kitchen and dining area, and that has recently changed. So some of the older videos you'll see, you might hear them referring to like a laminate or Formica countertop or linoleum. We don't do that anymore in our homes. Standards have all been upgraded, so we invite you into our showroom so you can see all the nice upgrades that we have now that come standard.
And speaking of those old videos, sometimes you'll hear people talk about painting, that used to be something that we could make it kind of an owner to do or an equity builder there. But Sherwin-Williams paint is now included inside and out. So you can just move right in.
And job site cleanup.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Nobody wants to do that.
Questions? Does anybody have any questions for us? Is there anything that you were hoping to get out of the meeting today that maybe we didn't touch on?
We have one more question here. Do your houses have built green design designation? So the energy code for the built green, it's
So
it's
in
different.
Washington State, we have to build to energy code.
Mhm.
So it's to get a building permit.
Yeah, and you want to check your area or state, I guess, more than anything, because there will be some different energy code requirements. And Pete wants to know, can you please notify us when this is up on YouTube? Yes, Pete, I will do that.
I'm going to stop the video real quick. Take you guys back into the floor plan. So also some fun features that our marketing department has added into our website are these design tools. So under the exterior designer on the Adair Homes website, you could go in here and it will show you a lot of our exterior paints that we have so that you can see some of the different paint colors and choices that we have. It'll take you through the different, traditions versus craftsman versus farmhouse, what that comes with, what the house might look like, adding a third car bay on there. You can kind of see that third car bay back there. You can go into colors up here. And you can see like a couple of the different exteriors. In the showrooms, we can only show you like the samples. We can't actually show you on the home, but this is such a nice feature. Not all the color choices are on here, but some of them are. So you can kind of click through and be like, okay, well, I'd really like to see what this paint color is going to look like on my home. This is one of the cool features that we've brought to the Adair. We also have features like the interior design, things that will show you a gourmet kitchen versus a standard kitchen, or standard countertops versus an upgraded countertop. So a lot has gone into this website. It does take a little bit for the virtual to load, but very nice to go in there and just get an idea of kind of some of the things that are standard. Just know I've got more flooring in the showroom, more quartz, more granite selection in here so that you guys can take a look. But this shows you like a standard kitchen would come with the microwave over the top of an electric oven. You can upgrade this Whirlpool stainless oven to a gas if you would like. We can move the microwave. If you don't like the microwave, we can actually move the microwave. I'm tall, so I don't mind moving it a little bit so I don't bump my head when I'm cooking. But this is a great piece that Adair gives you to go in and actually play with our website. And then on our main page, you're always going to see things coming up for the promotion that we're running right now. If you want to talk to Adair Financial, I would tell you just to click on Learn More. You can go ahead and put your information in there and get the process started. This is not a hard credit pull. This is a soft pull. It's just so you can get any questions answered that you have about the promotion and how that works. Or you can book an appointment with one of the homeownership counselors and come in and we'll talk to you about it. Tim and Cindy, what else? Can you think of anything else that we should go over?
Well, you were pretty thorough. I just think, I mean, there's so much to be said about all of the options that they can add to the home, that it really is just worth coming in and sitting down and talking. But going through those videos, I think that's a really good way to notice some of the things that we've done previously. We also have photos on the website. So yeah, that's kind of a good way just to see what's possible. And then if you want to price those out, we're not going to surprise you at the end. We're going to, we're going to get all the pricing for you on the items that you have selected and come to an agreement as to whether that works for you or not. And before we move forward with anything with the homeowner. So I think that's important. Everybody's always concerned, am I going to get a big surprise at the end? And that's not our intention.
Yeah,
Right.
I think transparency and timing. So Adair is very transparent on what we present, and timing in the industry, like with this promotion, it's a great timing. And coming into spring, the timing of building with us and the timelines we use, it's a great pairing.
100%.
And speaking of timelines, Jennifer, you were a little long on the timelines for my area.
I know. So again, depends on the area. Cindy,
You're way faster than that over here. We just have such great weather in the Tri-City area, in the area that I build in. So we don't have as many limitations as Jennifer does. So she's always very cautious when she talks about timelines in Spokane for obvious reasons. So that's why it's really important, everyone, to really, get a hold of the person that has the knowledge of their particular area, and they'll be able to speak to all of that. And we really walk you through all of the information that you need, right down to everything that you might need to know about the land that you're purchasing. I kind of talked a little bit about sending our site supervisor out, but that's an important piece, and we do that. There's no cost. It's really for us to help you to understand what it is that is going to be needed to be done, what the cost is, and also give you some options. So that's well worth doing. If you own land and you right now and you're wanting to get that done, gosh, that to me alone is a good reason to come in and just find out, and then you can deal with some of the particulars of the home. Because if you own land, I mean, you really most people intend to purchase a home at some point. And all the information that we can provide for you is very valuable.
100%.
Mhm.
When I was gonna show, when you come down here, you can go into pictures of the home. Just know that the photo gallery, these are all of people's homes. So you're gonna notice that every home has a little bit different look, a different feel. In Oswego, I've seen them, instead of having an island, do a peninsula. A lot of the pictures are gonna be of the kitchen before we pushed it into the shop. So just know that that kitchen countertop space actually is a little bit deeper than what you see in a lot of the pictures. Those homes with the new floor plan are just finishing now, like they're under construction now, so we won't have pictures on them just yet. The islands, you're gonna see a ton of different islands, because islands are really about what the homeowner wants. Do you want seating at it? Do you not want seating at it? Do you want open shelving for maybe cookbooks, or do you want deep drawers? These are all different things you can do in the kitchen. But just know when you're going through these pictures, they are of people's homes, so they're all gonna look a little bit different than what you might see. Like this is an old fiberglass shower or tub. The new tub actually is a tile front, a tile deck, and the fiberglass tub sits inside of it. So that's why it's important to go in and talk to a home ownership counselor, because they can kind of tell you, these are the modifications on that particular picture. This is a great view in the picture I'm showing right now of a peninsula in Oswego. If you like the peninsula with the seating at it, it gives you more countertop space. It gives you more counter space. These are just kind of things to think about. So the peninsula comes out right here. And I've seen that done on Oswego multiple times. In any other questions, or Tim, is there anything you want to go through?
Darren just asked, can I upgrade the standard primary tub into a jacuzzi tub? And I know the answer to that is yes, you can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this was a standard kitchen before, where you would have the laminate countertop and you would have subway tile that went too high. Today's standard is going to be a quartz countertop, and the quartz will go up the wall 6 inches. Or if you wanted to do a different backsplash and do full height backsplashes, we have many different backsplashes that you can use. These guys did a drywall wrap window, and then all your kitchens and great rooms are going to come with this recessed lighting, this LED can lighting. That will come standard now in your great room and kitchen.
And if you're curious too, I mean, we do have an information sheet that lists everything that is standard in the home, because that's always a big question, especially looking at all of these photos and going, okay, I don't think we've built too many homes that are just standard. You know, there's always something that we have changed to make it what the homeowner would like for the
personal
lifestyle.
touch.
Yeah. So, you know, but if you're curious, I mean, we can send you that information. You can look it over. We're available. You know, we're very, very happy to talk to you about you know, what's available for your home. That's kind of a fun fireplace too. I like that.
Yeah, these guys did a corner fireplace.
Mm-hmm. And there's your sill and apron, your full wrap windows, actually. So that would be an upgrade, but it's a way for you to take a look at what we can do, what's offered. And those are nice cabinets, different pulls. I've had people say,
Wine
"Don't
bar.
I want to do my own pulls." Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see, wine fridge.
We can put in things like that. If you want to put in a bar fridge, a wine fridge, we just need to know how much power it's going to draw and how wide we need to leave of a space in the cabinetry so that you can bring that in. Those are all the little details that you want to talk to your home ownership counselor about. But again, just feel free to go through any of the pictures on the website. If you see any of the pictures, just that you have questions about, you can take them in and show them to the home ownership counselors, and they can look them up. They can find out details on them if they don't know right out of the gate. Any other questions out there? We've got about 10 more minutes if anybody has questions. I put up a picture of this floor plan so that you guys can kind of see all the different things. You know, again, den, he pushed the den out, gave it a double door entry, made a wider entry so he could have the double door entry with the side lights. Here's your shower right here, soaker tub, toilet closet, 2 sinks, walk-in closet. So he actually moved the wall of the primary bathroom out to be able to accommodate that. The mechanical closet that I was talking about that's in the center of the room, this is normally where the furnace will be, is right here. In Idaho, you can, you know, suspend it from the garage. It's not a big deal. In Washington, it's got to be in an insulated space. So we had to make a closet for the furnace out in the garage. And that's per energy code. Reverse vault. One thing to notice on the reverse vault to get those transom windows, that vault is the great room and dining room. So you can kind of see the dotted line right here. I don't know if you can see it that well, but you've got a dotted line right here between the entry and the great room. The entry is a flat area. And then you've got your great room and dining room that would vault in the center. And then your kitchen is a flat area because of the way that roof system works.
Tom wants to know what the total cost with all upgrades on this one.
Total cost, I hate to give you that just because it's been so long. And things have changed since this contract was signed. Again, I would tell you to go in and talk to a home ownership counselor about what these kind of changes look like in today's world.
And it also is going to vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. So, you know, we have people on the call from all different parts of, and that's one of the things that when Jennifer first showed you how to select your build area, that's very important because the pricing coincides with that. So for us to give you a price in Ellensburg, it's not going to be relevant if that's not the area you're building. And then as Jennifer mentioned, you know, if a year goes by, there was a lot of changes with lumber prices and things last year. But your homeowner counselor will have access to this. And if this is exactly what you wanted priced, you know, they could just upgrade some of those costs for you and give you a ballpark figure of what the home would cost now. It's not as much as you would think. I was very surprised. There's a lot of changes on this home.
A lot of changes and a lot of custom stuff that was brought in.
Yeah.
The Naughty Elder doors, the actual full-size doors, those are a high-end upgrade. So it would come standard in the home for doors would be a 2-panel door. That is standard now. In the past, it was a 6-panel, but now we have a 2-panel door that comes standard.
And that's relevant information too, is a lot of, but when this guy started this process a couple of years ago, the standards, like the doors, the countertops, like he had to upgrade everything, like to bring it up to what is mostly standard now. So.
And even the mechanical closet actually is the same size as the original plan.
Yeah.
And the mechanical closet is kind of one of those areas that even if you left the furnace closet in there, there's so much room. You could extend that hall, you know, coat closet. You could make that larger by eating up some of the space in the mechanical closet. You could add a linen closet in there if you wanted to. The mechanical room is actually quite big. A lot of different things you could do with that space to make little tiny changes that might go a long way.
That's just good for storage. You can never have too much storage. So. And again, you guys, you know, there are a lot of questions about cost. We're going to work with you and price all of these upgrades that you're asking about or what you may have of your own and get the pricing for you ahead of time so that you have a total amount on the home. And, you know, you can even add in a few extra things, make it a little more expensive home and then go home and look at that and prioritize what's important to you and then still stay within your budget.
Structural, stay with structural and what's in the walls. Those are important things to do during the build. Thank you again, everybody. I appreciate everybody that took the time to be on the call today.
Tom, you're absolutely correct. It looks like Adair can offer something similar to higher end custom homes, maybe at lower cost. You know, the quantity that we can buy our materials in, we've got this down to a well-oiled machine. So we definitely can save you some money as compared to some of the true custom builders. And I proved that time and time again in my area. Is just let us work it up and, you know, give you a quote and then do your price comparing, and we'll always come out ahead. Didn't you have a couple $1 million homes in your area, Jennifer? Just to give, you know, what we're capable of, and of course, looking online to see some of the photos and things, I think you can tell from what we have on there, what we're able to do.
I think the biggest difference is with Adair, we have our set suppliers, so we don't give our clients freedom to run to find stuff at all sorts of different places, but that's also how we manage costs.
Okay.
It's we have our certain products that we get from certain places, and we just work with you on trying to get as close as we can to what you're looking for. So like I said, pictures mean everything to the homeownership counselors because it gives us a better idea of what you're looking for, and we can go out and hunt that down for you.
And having our in-house drafting team, that's another huge plus for us, because us being able to modify these plans for you, that we're even able to do that. Most builders are going to tell you, yeah, you can pick out some different colors, but this is the house you're going to get. And being able to, you know, push out a wall, make all of the changes that Jennifer has shown you today, I think is really important. Thanks, David. Good presentation, very helpful. Thank you all. Thank you guys for
Great question.
yeah.
Yeah, good questions, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, with that, it looks like there are no new questions. Please reach out either through the local offices or online. You can touch base with our online team in the chat group, and they will hook you up with a local office. Again, even if it's just a call on the phone, a virtual call, an in-person call, we love to meet with people. That's what we like to do, whether you're looking to build today or you're looking to build 6 months from now or a year from now. Just come in and start gathering your information. All right. I appreciate everybody's time. If there is no more questions, we are going to go ahead and stop the video.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. And thank you, Cindy, for helping today. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
See ya.
Bye, everyone. I'm going to end it and then